Glenda Alexander has been named as the Labor candidate to contest the Waitaki seat at the next election. The New Zealand Nurses Organisation Associate Industrial Advisor Manager joins us tonight to tell us about herself and her hopes for the next election. Good evening, Glenda.
Hi, how are you?
Now, for those of us who don't know, tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from and what you do.
Okay, well, I was born in Dunedin and I raised here and went to school here and university here, raised my own family here. But I've been working for the New Zealand Nurses Organisation for around 24 years, which meant that the patch that I had was Otago Southland. So I've mainly worked right across the region for all of that time. I did my nursing training in about 1980s and graduated from the New Zealand Dunedin School of Nursing about then, and worked mainly in the operating theatre here in Dunedin Hospital, but I also had quite a lot to do with the regional hospitals, so all of the like Balclutha, Dunstan, Oamaru and Clyde, so during the course of that time, yeah.
Now, I understand that you were unopposed in the candidacy. Can you give us a brief outline of the process?
Yes, well, I was what we call uncontested. So, in other words, I was nominated for the seat, for the candidacy, and no one else decided to nominate. So, essentially, in the weekend, we had a meeting where there was a formal requirement to do a speech and to go through a question and answer session. And then at the end of that, the local members there endorsed me as the candidate for next year.
Now, you stood for the mayoralty in Dunedin and you put your hat in the ring for the North Dunedin candidacy. So why the Waitaki now? I
was also a list candidate for Labor through 2011 election as well, which meant that I could have been anywhere in the country really as far as being a list candidate. I'm also the New Zealand Council representative for Region 6, which is the same area, Otago Southland. So during the course of doing that role, I've got to know the Oamaru LEC people and some other people through the electorate, and they've expressed strong support and encouraged me to put my name forward to stand. So that's how that came about.
What can you offer the electorate? Well,
I think I can offer the electorate my skills and experience in terms of campaigning. That's been my day job for a long time, and so I've been involved in some fairly high-profile campaigns, including the neurosurgical services one that we ran in Dunedin and Save Our Rural Hospitals a few years before that, plus things around pay and conditions for nurses. So I think I can offer that. I can offer the fact that I've worked as a representative, I've advocated for people, and I think I've got some skills that may well serve the electorate well.
Now, National got 55% and Labor 21% in the last election. Realistically, what sort of chance do you think you have?
Yeah, well, that was the swing against Labor in that particular electorate election and probably the one before. But I think what has happened is there's a lot of people that just didn't vote. So part of our focus this year will be talking to people that didn't vote at all and encouraging them to come out and vote.
What do you think are the main issues in the Waitaki?
I think they're the same as anywhere in the country, with a bit more of a focus on the regional development kind of aspects, but jobs, education, health, all of those things, secure employment, living wage, all of those things are important to the people of Waitaki as much as they are the rest of the country.
And does this mean that you'll be moving from Dunedin?
I won't move from Dunedin. I had this discussion with the LEC recently, and they said to me, I said to them no, because I could be as far away from Oamaru, which is the main centre. If I lived in Wanaka or Fairlie or Geraldine, the electorate is huge. There are 69 towns in the electorate. Somebody told me the other night it was the size of Switzerland, so it's going to take me a while to get around and get to know everybody in the electorate, but I think probably Dunedin's quite a good connection to those other centres.
Glenda Alexander, Labor candidate for the Waitaki seat at the next election. Thanks very much for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.